7 Nightly News with Peter Mitchell and Simone Simmons.
Flight attendants ban foreign chartered jets for safety reasons.
And a Collywobbles attack again ends the Magpies' dreams of another flag.
Good evening. Police swoop. A near-record crowd made the journey to VFL Park for the do-or-die Elimination Final today. The clash between traditional rivals Melbourne and Collingwood ensured a sellout days before the match.
The winds might blow and the dust might swirl, but nothing could keep Magpie and Demon supporters away from a chance to see the other out of the finals race. The Collingwood army, as usual, was out in force, keen to avenge last year's loss to Melbourne, bearing the famous colours formally and not so formally. And there were plenty of fans stuck on the Demons and their recent history of overcoming seemingly insurmountable odds. Also there in force, those with tickets to sell to a sold-out match. And Consumer Affairs Minister Peter Spiker with a warning scalping will be illegal by the time the grand final comes around.
I really think they're very un-Australian, and I always regard scalpers as the lowest common denominator.
However the fans got into VFL Park today, most seemed to put in just as much as the players. Alan Murrell, 7 Nightly News.
And Sandy Roberts will have all the highlights of Melbourne's victory shortly.
And a vice-regal kick-off for Melbourne's Fringe Spoleto Festival.
To tonight's sport, and Sandy, yet another dark day for Magpie supporters.
Actually, I noticed you were looking very depressed tonight, Pete, but you're certainly not on your own. Although the Magpies went into this afternoon's elimination final as a warm favourite against Melbourne, the Demons again demonstrated their tremendous ability when their backs are against the wall. The Magpies led at the first 2 changes, but a brilliant 9-goal third term by John Northey's men gave the Demons a big advantage. Collingwood got to within 2 goals of Melbourne in the last quarter before the Demons kicked away again.
Although kicking against the breeze in the first quarter, Collingwood made a great start with early goals from Kelly and then Dacos. Tony Campbell was Melbourne's only forward, and when Starcevic goaled on the siren, the Magpies held a 7-point lead at the first change. But Melbourne looked a different side in the second quarter, and when Wilson goaled on the run, they led by 4 points. Late in the term, Collingwood brought Cloak onto the ground with immediate success. After snapping truly on his left foot, he got it down to Starcevic, who kicked his third. And at half-time, Collingwood led by 9 points. In the third quarter, the lights were turned on at the park, and so was Melbourne. Despite the rain, Earl Spalding was a key figure up forward.
Spalding, a high kick on the left foot. Oh, some shepherding as it a goal.
Collingwood, however, was in a spin. And when skipper Greg Healy combined with Yates to goal, Melbourne had stretched their lead to 17 points. And it was Brian Wilson who made the margin 23 points going into the last quarter. Rusalaka started to close the gap in the final quarter, but the closest the Magpies could get was 12 points. Darren Bennett finished well, kicking 3 goals in 10 minutes as Melbourne stormed into the first semi-final with a 23-point win.
Yes, Brian Wilson in the thick of things for the Demons today, and understandably he was delighted with the win.
Yes, it was a great win. I thought it was tremendous that the guys just kept playing away. We knew at half-time when we come in we had to give a special effort, and the young guys were absolutely fantastic. You know, you just got to pay credit to them. They stuck at their task, and there was never ever a moment where we thought we'd lose the game.
Melbourne seem to thrive on these big occasion games, don't they?
Well, we do. I mean, you know, we've lost 5 out of 6, and it's been terrible. You know, but come the finals, there's something in these guys, and I think it's you know, it's deep within, it's camaraderie, and it's real mateship, and that's what will get you through in any finals.
Brian Taylor wasn't fit enough to take his place in the Collingwood lineup, but it didn't stop him being very disappointed.
Yeah, I thought they played really well in the first half and very competitive, and that third quarter where Melbourne kicked, I think, 9 goals in the third quarter. That's and right, yeah. They brought Yates and Jackson on, and I thought they really tore us apart in their forward line with their small fellas.